Hey everyone, this is Phil from Walmart. Hey, I'm doing my day cab stuff on my extended day. Just wanted to give you an idea. So I am, when we're doing day cab work, usually it's for the length restricted stores. So this location is in Modesto, and it is pretty tight. So you can see there's the dock, and my tractor is the one in the alleyway there waiting to come in, and then they've got delivery after delivery here, and I'm just waiting on this guy. He's meat and produce to get finished. I got grocery remix. I got a 48-foot trailer with a day cab, so that's mine in the back there, right there. He is the meat and produce guy. And then over here, you can see you've got Arrowhead, or whoever that is, Alhambra water, and another guy there. And then in the front of us, we've got all this stuff here, and then a wall and some poles. So it's a very tight dock, and makes for a very tight back. The good thing is I don't have a 53-foot trailer. I think the last time I was here, I think I had a 53-foot trailer. I might be wrong. I don't remember. I know I had a day cab though. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update. I'll add this to the video for today. Alright, this is Phil from Walmart, Right Lane Truckin', coming at you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Phil from Walmart, Right Lane Trucking, coming at you. No, I'm not in the truck. I'm at home. It was my go home day after my extension day, so it is Wednesday, hump day. But my Saturday / Friday, I don't know what to call it. Let me turn the TV down here a little bit. Keeps changing the color there. So the video I shot earlier today, that was at a store in Modesto, and so just kind of recap my day. Again, I was day cabbing it today, and for anybody that doesn't know what a day cab versus sleeper is, day cab, obviously it doesn't have any bed or extension on the back, so you're only in it for the day. It's not meant to be slept in. And then the sleeper obviously has the bed in the back, or the bunks. We actually have a twin bunk. Don't ask me why they order the twin bunks when we're soloing it. They could get the option with the overhead compartments rather than an extra bunk, but we do have a rider program, so my wife can come. Not that she would sleep in the upper bunk or what have you, but it's there as an extra bed. It is what it is. So woke up, asked management what tractor I was going to be using, got my tractor assignment. After I got my tractor assignment, I did my pre-trip. Finally got a dispatch. Went in to get the paperwork. He said, well, what's your plans? Are you going to do the whole day? And I said, yeah, my plan is to do the whole day, full day. And so he goes, good, I'll give you something else then too. So my first run was from Sacramento to Modesto. It's about 90 miles. And then another 90 miles back. The video I showed at the beginning of this is at that Modesto store, and I'll come back to that for my safety tip. So got done with that. We had another little spill inside the trailer, and the pallet didn't want to stay together. The associate tried to fix it. Sometimes when a pallet is leaning, you could push it up against the side of the wall and it'll straighten the pallet back up. He thought he did enough of it, and he tried to lift it from the other side, and at that point, that's when it fell. And unfortunately, down near the bottom were some cooking oils, like Crisco cooking oil, and a couple of the bottles, the larger bottles, got smashed and leaked oil all over inside. So had to get that pallet restacked. Basically take one pallet, make it into two, and because the pallets are so tall. Now, what was the cause of this? I know I took my time and I did not have any harsh braking during my drive from Sacramento to Modesto. But evidently somebody did a harsh brake, whoever brought it from McCarran to Sacramento. I don't know who that is. Don't really know. But the pallets were leaning forward towards the front, which would tell me there was a harsh brake and everything kind of slid towards the front. Even the second pallet, the pallet behind it, was also leaning. Luckily, that one didn't fall. So it took a little bit longer to get that all situated after we were in there. And so got back on road and went back up to Sac. And my next one, when I first saw it, I thought it was 3 stores. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4 stores. So this one load was for 4 stores. And there was one in Sacramento, and I've been there several times. Could I get in with a sleeper? I think I talked about this one before. Yes, I think I could. The next 2 stores, get this, they're in Elk Grove, and one is a Walmart Supercenter and one is a Walmart Neighborhood Market. They're in the same parking lot. So you get the directions and you follow it in to the Supercenter, unload the pallets for there, get back in your tractor, drive maybe 3/4 of a mile, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and back up to the other dock. So you go from one store to the next, and you're really only taking 3/4 of a mile, maybe. So got that one done, and then the other one was, I think, 7 or 8 miles away from there. Another one in Elk Grove. So each of those stores did a great job getting everything off, and didn't have to wait very long. Got back to the DC, or Sacramento yard, and I still had an hour and 20 minutes or hour and 30 minutes left on my 70-hour clock. So I really extended and ran that 70-hour clock down to almost nothing. So I think I came up with like 67 and a half hours or something like that for the week. So yeah, that was how I ended my week. Now, I did the calculations, and with, yes, it's going to be, yes, with the extra day, but keep in mind, our pay periods start Saturday and end on Fridays. We started this pay period almost 2 weeks ago. It ends this Friday, so 2 days from now it ends. On the 5-2-5-3 schedule, normally I would only have 9 days on that payroll period. So I worked basically today to have a full 10 days on this payroll period. Doing the math, calculating my pay for each day, I grossed over $4,000. Pretty good. $4,000, just over $4,000. And you keep that up throughout the year, a year over 6 figures for the year. Now that's going to change a little bit, and I'm cautious about that because obviously during the winter, I won't be able to cover as much ground going over to McCarran and back because it's going to be snowy and icy some of those days. I just don't know how many days it's going to be slow going over the hill. So you're not always going to get the same amount, but as long as you're working 10 days and possibly even extending to a 6-day, you should be fine throughout the year. So can a Walmart driver make over 6 figures? Most definitely, right? So back to my safety tip. So my safety tip, guys, is I was in McCarran and I was looking at something, and there's accidents that are preventable and accidents that are not preventable, avoidable or unavoidable accidents. Avoidable accidents are ones that the driver made a bad decision. Unavoidable could be something like two cars collide and then they ricochet off and they hit you while you're driving straight. That's an unavoidable accident. You didn't do anything that would have caused that accident. Again, an avoidable one is the driver did something or failed to do something and is part of the cause of the accident. And half of our accidents that were listed on this board were all struck stationary object or hit stationary object, something to that effect. I took a video of that store in Modesto this morning. I've got some pictures I'm going to put up as well that I took before when I've been to the store before. In the comments, it very clearly says, if you read the more info in our system, do not hit the yellow pole. Which one? Any of them, really. There's yellow poles at the front of the tractor, there's yellow poles around the edge, the driver's side, and there's a yellow pole passenger side rear of the trailer. And so as I got ready to back in, I took that video when I was waiting to get in the dock. I got in and I started backing. I wasn't sure. I got out. And I went around and I looked at it and I said, you know what, if I keep going, I'm going to hit this yellow pole. Let me readjust. And so I readjusted to the point where the rear of my bumper was not going to touch that yellow pole. And I could see it in the mirror that it was clear. And I continued to back. And we're talking less than an inch. I mean, it has to be really close on both sides. You got the wall on one side and you've got the pole on the other side. So it's close, and you'll see in the pictures. Again, I'm going to pop them up here, and you'll see the pictures as they are. So get out and look. This is a basic method that you should have learned when you got your CDL in CDL school. And then when you took your license, you should have used the get out and look during your licensing, because you're allotted, depending on the exercise, for your CDL. If it's a straight back, you're allotted one get out look. If it's the offset, you're allotted 2 get out looks. If it's the parallel, you're allowed 2 get out looks. If it's the alley dock, you're still allowed 2 get out looks. You should always get out and look. I always told our students, get out and look to make sure that everything is clear. And then as far as when you're just moving and driving, you really have to judge your distances very well. And again, if in doubt, stop. Get out and look. It doesn't take very long. I used to tell my students, if they're in the intersection and they think they're gonna, when they're making like a left turn or even a right turn, they think that they're gonna stop, or they think they're gonna hit something to stop. And they're like, right in the intersection? Yep, right in the intersection. If you think you're gonna hit something, stop. Put on your four ways, get out and look. And if something has to move, such as another vehicle or what have you, or you have to back up, solicit some help, whatever, but stop before you hit it, because there's no going back after you hit it, right? You've already caused the damage. But if you stop before it, there's time to fix it. So take your time, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't try to be pressured into doing something, even if it's in the middle of an intersection, or if you're in a busy yard with a bunch of other drivers waiting, or you're at the customer, or you're at the store and there's a bunch of civilian cars and you're blocking the way. And get out and look. Take your time. Don't let them get in your head. I know it's easy to say, but you gotta stay focused so that you avoid having accidents. So I'm going to start my weekend. I've got Thursday and Friday off this week, and then I go back on Saturday morning. So that's the one thing is so good here. You get done on your day, and I got done at 7 this evening, and I don't go back till 9 on Saturday. So really you get more than 2 full days. You get 2 full days plus like a half a day. So 48 and 12, right? So is that 60 hours off? Not bad. That's guaranteed 60 hours off. So anyway, for Phil from Walmart, Right Lane Truckin', stay safe out there, guys.